You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Before you submit that application, Korea just bet big on the jobs of tomorrow, and it changes where you should be looking. The government unveiled 7 seed megaprojects spanning small nuclear reactors, quantum chips, and space. Lotte just opened up ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini to its entire workforce. Seoul National University is building a dedicated robotics research building with Nvidia. Korea's telecom carriers already pulled in over $1 trillion from AI data centers this year. It's Thursday, August 13th. Let's look at what this means for job seekers and graduates in Korea. President Lee Jae-myung announced the 7 seed plan, pairing government co-investment with private companies to absorb early-stage risk in small modular reactors, quantum computing, space, fusion, renewable energy, biotech, and supply chains. Corporate Korea is moving in parallel. Lotte's group-wide rollout of multiple AI models follows Samsung's earlier decision to open ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude to its device division. Universities are following the same trend, with Seoul National University adding a robotics building to house a joint lab with Nvidia. Here's what the numbers show. The 7 seed plan targets commercial small modular reactors by 2035 and the world's top spot in quantum chip manufacturing by the same year, with a joint public-private company sharing early investment risk. Lotte signed a supply deal with OpenAI and plans to add Anthropic's Claude and Google's Gemini next, starting with Lotte Innovate before expanding group-wide. Samsung's device division adopted all 3 models in June, one of OpenAI's largest known enterprise contracts, a move Lotte and other conglomerates are now following. Seoul National University's new robotics building will house Nvidia's Physical AI Joint Lab, alongside its Robotics Research Institute, one of 4 university labs selected this year for funding of about 10 billion won a year for up to a decade. Korea's 3 telecom carriers earned a combined 1.02 trillion won from AI data center business in the first half, up 29% from a year earlier, as data center utilization approached full capacity. KT alone plans to invest 5 trillion won over 5 years to expand AI data center capacity to 1 gigawatt, but says it will scale only as real customer demand is confirmed. So what does this mean for you as you plan your next move? Earlier, we said Korea's bet on tomorrow's jobs changes where you should be looking. Here's what that means for your applications. Government megaprojects in SMR, quantum, and space signal where public R&D hiring and graduate research funding will grow over the next decade. So quantum, nuclear engineering, and robotics majors have real leverage right now. On the corporate side, AI fluency across ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini is becoming a baseline expectation rather than a differentiator. So build hands-on experience with all 3 before you interview, not just one. What to watch? The Ministry of Science and ICT's rollout of its Future Pioneer Task Force, which will set sector-by-sector roadmaps for the seed projects. Lotte's phased AI rollout beyond Lotte Innovate to its wider group of affiliates. And Seoul National University's robotics building groundbreaking details expected later this year. That's today's AI Prism, students and grads. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a WAN IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.